Hey guys, got Shell here. Got a stream going. And I thought it'd be cool to look at these kits a little bit. It's a little bit of an earlier stream, but they just posted all the Emberz kits, and I haven't seen any of them yet, so I figured I'd do my reaction to those, and then I'd talk about the kits overall a bit. I'll probably go into it, won't go fully into it right now, but because I'll probably end up streaming later tonight once the patch comes out, or maybe around an hour after the patch comes out. But I don't know, I just thought this would be something fun to do. I don't know how it's gonna go, but figured I'd at least try it. Pretty excited for this upcoming patch. There's a lot of new weapons, gonna change up a lot, I feel like. And Merchant Underpass seems like a great stage, so. Hey, Evoker. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so I've already seen all of these weapons. I saw them last night when I was hanging out. And a lot of them seem really good. I guess I'll get into them later, but I'm gonna look at the Emberz ones now, because I haven't seen it yet. And they should probably be done posting them. I've only seen Dynamo Roller. I did see the Dynamo Roller. But it's a splatter shot. Has burst plus Kraken. Holy crap. That's gonna be fun. Burst Kraken's a good combo. You can burst someone. Okay. I guess I don't know if it's good. I know it's gonna be fun though. It's splatter shot, so I mean it can't be that bad. I'm just not a huge fan of Kraken, but at least for competitive stuff. Might work though. It might. It looks cool. It got burst, so it can poke at people. Kraken's always great for staying alive. I mean, I could maybe see it with Splatter Shot. We got Blaster here, which looks great. It's finally got a new flame color. Not quite blue though. It looked more blue in the picture they showed. Squid Beacon and Crab Tank. I'm not exactly the Squid Beacon weapon I'm wanting. Would tank even be good on this thing? I've always known blaster as like a super aggressive weapon. This feels like a range blaster kit more to me, even though I don't even know if it'd be that great on range. What value would Beacon get? I mean, you can place beacons and then jump to them whenever you want with this thing. So it'll have to use them like in a pseudo-aggressive way. It probably puts some of its gear into sub power up. I mean, I'll try it some. I have not seen the Octobrush kit yet. Hope you're doing well, call me Worm. Yeah, I'm moving up to it. I haven't seen the Octobrush kit yet. I'm waiting for it. I've seen all the Barzushi ones though. So I've seen Paintbrush and Carbon. Not seen Octobrush. I do not know how to feel about this blaster. The wood beacon on it just, it might be okay, but it's not. I would have loved a movement sub more. Even like curling or something. Or just anything to combo with its damage, I don't know. Yeah, the beacon's weighing it down a little. It's just too slow, I think. It's got crab, so it can take advantage of how slow it is, because it's not going to be moving up as much, but... that's a very strange choice. You can tell from the difference in likes on Twitter. The Splattershot one is 2.6k, and the Blaster one only has 800. Hey, Enox is him. Hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, the tent one's a little strange. Mist and Chump. You could maybe get some value out of this. It'll be good in zones. Like, Haggle zones, this will have a niche on. And like, maybe Rainmaker? Could maybe run this on like... Humpback Pump Track Rainmaker. But... Oh no, what happened to Dually Squelchers? I haven't seen that one yet either. We got Aerospray here though. Burst Bomb and Splatter Color Screen. Kind of expected to get Burst Bomb. Green is interesting on it. Aerospray though. Should be fine. I don't know. It'll be cool zones. Thing to use in zones sometimes. Maybe Rainmaker. A little unfortunate there's no Kraken on that thing, but I guess they wanted to give it to Splattershot. 96 cal angle shooter Tacticooler. Is that any good for it? I was not expecting 96 to be a cooler weapon, but I guess that's probably our second cooler weapon of the patch. I doubt there'll be a third one. Obviously angle shooter's gonna be a bit mixed for it. Not the greatest sub, but I guess it could combo with its damage. Tacticooler though. What's the points per special on this thing right now? On the other variants. On the Deco is 210p, and the vanilla it's 190. So this Tacticooler one's probably gonna be like 200p, 210p. I mean, it might be okay for a supportive option. Is that our first like really mid-range cooler? Besides H3, I suppose. I don't really count H3 though. And Dynamo Roller, I guess. Dynamo Roller is cooler. It might work. I don't know. I'm down for the 96 kit. See if people can get this thing to work. I don't think it's the greatest thing it could have gotten. Especially because it's point sensor. Not point sensor. Line marker. But cooler's an option for it, at least. So I have seen the Rapid Pro kit. It's got cooler and I forget the sub weapon, but I've seen all the Barzushi kits. Where is this thing? Rapid Pro. I love the name, by the way. It's Winter. What's it got? It's got suction cooler. This one's definitely going to be good, because it's Rapid Pro Deco. Well, not Deco. Rapid Pro Winter. So it's going to have a backline option. That's the problem, Call Me Worm. 96 doesn't paint very well. It's going to need to run a bunch of special charge. That's why I'm unsure about it, because like if it was like if it could charge its special better, I'd be all for it. Like, but I feel like it needs like Sprinkler, which is on the vanilla kit already. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, it's on the vanilla kit. Or like Fizzy, just so it has extra ways to get special charge. I guess Marker does paint the ground a little bit, so it might help. but like it'll help more than like a point sensor. I guess I'm trying to say, but it's definitely not enough to save 96. It needs to be like for it to really be good, I think it needs to be like 190p or like at least so it can compete. What is the other like? What's all the cooler options at? They're pretty high points per special, right? 200, 190, Okay, there's a few that are 190 and 170. Oh, we have edit as like a midline. It's kind of a midline backline combo though. Not like a true midline. It might get 190. I doubt it'll get 210. And there's only two cooler options over 210. Try Slosher and Pencil. I thought it was more. Alright. Yeah, certainly. That cooler kit's gonna be amazing for the Rapid Pro winter. Thing looks nuts. How do I feel about the Hydra? Alright, you're talking to Knox. I'll see how I feel about the Hydra stuff. Got the Dread here though. Curling Crab. That's actually good, I think. Right? Right? Curling Crab. Crab's good on it. Certainly. Curling? I don't know. It gets it paint for special at least. And it's kind of a bomb, so it can help with objects. And close quarters, maybe? I don't know how to feel about the Dread. I'm gonna have to see how people play it. I always really think that Dread really wants a bomb though. Like the suction works so well on it. But Crab is such a good option, and curling really isn't gonna hurt it that much. And it's gonna give it movement, which is something I don't know how badly Dread needs. Oh yeah, no Torp. People were wanting that, right? I think I saw Pro Char saying about that a while ago. Yeah, no Torp on Dread. Is there any buckets with Torp? No, none of them have Torpedo. Dang. That's kind of rough. The points special in the 190, 190. If it's a 190p crab, that's gonna be crazy. I doubt they're gonna do that though, but it'll be an option for Dread. It might be pretty. It'll be better than the second kit for certain. Dreadringer D. This one's not that great, in my opinion. Dually Squelchers, point sensor, splatter color screen. This is not what the weapon needed. Oh no. It's a reference kit to Splatoon 2, I think, right? Because in Splatoon 2 it had point sensor, uh, what was it? Tenna missiles. But that kit was good just because how good Tenna missiles were, so people would run it anyways, even though it had point sensor. What is it gonna do with screen? I mean, I kind of see the synergy. I'm just struggling. Like, the screen is such... To me, screen is such a similar special to chumps. Like, they do the same thing. Chumps and screen. They're a little different. Like, I think chumps help... Chumps, of course, help more with paint. And screen blocks, like, vision a little bit more. But, like... effectively they're the same thing. You throw them down in an area and it controls that area. I guess screen lets it play with the screen. So like it'll move forward and then the screen will block it. I don't see how this is going to be better than the other kits though. And especially, I know I'm biased, but in my opinion, Point Sensor for the most part is just a downgrade from Squid Beacon. So, I don't know. I'm very biased with that though. Point Sensors, it has its not. I just think it's worse than Beacon in so many more ways. That the extra stuff it helps with doesn't give it enough reason to be. Yeah, the new Dually Sculpture kit is probably worse than the other two, but it might still be able to work in some niche scenarios. Hopefully. It really just depends on how much value you get out of that screen. I think maybe if you run it with like roller, it could be pretty good, or like a brush. That comp would go crazy actually, having double, so like two stalling weapons. So you play like the new dually squelchers, and then you play like an Octobrush, and now they're both stalling for as long as they can. And you can't find anyone of either of them because one is constantly zip castering and the other one's throwing screens everywhere. That would be a hilarious stall comp. You throw like pencil on there with like a something else, like just a gun. That would be so cool. Octobrush mentioned, heck yeah. I'm so excited for the Octobrush kit, dude. I really hope it's something at least okay. I want it to be at least playable. I'm fine if it gets something like Crab Tank or something, which is like something I'm a bit mixed on, but it would be playable at least. Oh, we got Stamper here though. Auto plus Booyah on Stamper. That's good. That's a playable kit. Stamper getting out here with 3 good kits. That's wild. Normally weapons don't even get a single good kit. Stamper's got 3. He got Zip, Crab, and Booyah. That's just amazing. His worst sub is Fist, and even that's not too bad on it. I think this weapon's just broken. I guess I'm gonna be playing Stamper some more. I have a decent amount of practice on Stampers, so I was hoping that this was good. It's pretty good, so honestly, there's not too much to say about this one even. It's just a good weapon. It's got Booyah Bomb. You can move people out of the way, paint some more extra. Then Auto Bomb's just another bomb. It's its first lethal bomb, and it can help locate people for it. So it's just, it's probably really good. It might even be better than Splat Bomb because the Auto Bomb is less ink hungry, or doesn't take as much as your ink tank. So oh, that's a good weapon. Cool. Hydra got Sprinkler Big Bubble? I'm honestly surprised it doesn't have Splashdown. But I don't know if this is any better. No, it's gotta be better. You throw down a bubble in like the top corner, and then you can actually get a charge off. I don't know if that's worth it. And Strikes and Booyah will still go through the bubble, but You might have a guaranteed be able to charge one time as Hydra now. I don't believe is something the other kits give. What are the other kits? Booyah, Auto Bomb, and then what is it? Ink Mine, Watercolor Screen. Dang. I I don't see this being better than Booyah Bomb, but it might be okay. Hydra's just not a great weapon, so like the kit itself isn't that bad, but it's and Sprinkler's good on it. It's just it has a special that doesn't get any value from a long distance. But like if it got like Cooler even, or if it got missiles, or like Tri-Strike, Ink Storm even, something like that, I'd be much more happy about. Doesn't get value from a long distance. This one, it kind of has to go in. Yeah, Screen Hydra might actually still be better than it. Because the screen one isn't even that bad, too. Screen Hydra has Ink Mine and Splatter Color Screen. So, like, the mines are fine. I mean, if it gets, like, a 170p bubble and you can keep popping that thing over and over again around where you're standing, then maybe it'll be okay. That got me down for, like, a 160p on it, because it's never gonna get any value out of it. Besides to, like, avoid strikes and, like, midline shooting at it. It might be really annoying in ranked though, but I don't know. Yeah, Hydra can just set up the mines and have them there. And then screen helps team push, kinda. It also blocks people from seeing the Hydra. And then the other one is Booyah Bomb, which is Booyah Bomb. So that's just a pretty decent kit at the very minimum. Booyah Bomb's like the special in this game. That it's like it's not like absolutely broken, but as long as the weapon has it, the weapon kit's at least okay. Like none of these weapons are bad per se. If we were the Booyah Bomb stuff, they're just good enough. Oh yeah, the new Hydra on tower might be kind of crazy. I haven't even been looking at the names. This one's called the Torrance Hydra Splatling. Pretty cool. Yeah, it might go crazy in NAX rank. I do know a lot of people like playing Hydra in that. Or at least I've seen a lot of people playing Hydra NAX rank when I was playing it a couple months, like no, probably like half a year ago at this point. Still. Alright, next one. Brella. This is Undercover Brella. Hurling Bomb and Killer Whale. I don't think that's any good. Undercover kind of wanted something more supportive. I mean, Whale is kind of... What does Undercover even want? I'd say just cooler. And for me, that feels like the obvious choice for it. Other than cooler, what does it want? Chumps? Maybe Big Bubble. Big Bubble would have been kind of cool on this thing, because it plays more at the front. Yeah, Undercover Brella might be a little screwed. Its best kit's still just going to be the second one, probably, to my knowledge. But people don't play it because no one likes Screen. Unfortunate. I was never around for the Penza undercover meta back when it was good in Splatoon 2. From what I hear, that was kind of a pain to fight, so I don't know if I want this thing to be good or bad. Because I'd like to know what it is like to fight it, but I never got to. But apparently it was really annoying. So... True, recycle does exist. Forgot about this thing. The umbrella kits were really mixed this time around, I feel like. Umbrella and Splatbrella got really good, like a really good second kit for both of them. And Undercover and Recycled Umbrella both got two like mediocre kits. Kind of strange. Yeah. I started playing at starting to play at around Splatoon 3 time is pretty good. I've been around for since like close to the end of the update cycle of Splatoon 2, which was still like a year, like I still played that game for like 3 years. In terms of competitive. Maybe 2 years. I don't remember the exact patch I started playing in the... It was like December of 2019 when I started playing competitive. And then I stopped in December of 2024, so I lasted 5 years exactly. Do I still play Octobrush and comp? Yes, but I don't really play comp anymore. I might try to play Super Jump for fun with some teammates. I know my old teammate Drift is trying to get some people together. I might join them. Just because these new weapons seem fun. And if Octobrush is good, I want to try it out. I can at least try out the carbon roll. But, yeah. If I did play, like, when I stopped playing comp, I was using a mix of Octobrush and Splatana Stamper. So. And Paintbrush a little bit, but that was before the Paintbrush buffs. So nowadays I'd definitely be using some Paintbrush Nouveau. Because that thing just plays like Octobrush Nouveau from Splatoon 2, and that was my main weapon back then. Alright, dualies. Got Fizzy Bomb and Big Bubbler. I'm terrified. That's actually really good, right? Fizzy on dually with Bubble. I think it's a little slower than Wants to Play. But that's a really good kit anyways. I mean... Dualies always plays the front line, so it can set up Bubble really easy for its team. Especially with Fizzy with it. It can also pressure people if they're too far away from the bubble after it sets it up. I don't know if it'll be better than the vanilla kit though, because this one's just so good. But it's gonna be an option for it for certain. It's just hard to pass up Suction Crab. But that's at the very least the Twinkle Splat Dualies they're called apparently. That's at least a good option at the bare minimum. Like, people can use that as an option. It might be better, but I doubt it. Might be better in certain comps, I guess. Like, if you're trying to play around the bubble. Fizzy's so good, though. I don't know. I don't know how to think about this. This one's really good. It's just hard to compete with other kits. Oh, Big Swig. Torpedo and Triple Splashdown. Big Swig is playable. Holy crap. It's not amazing, but it's good enough. Yes. I get to play Big Swig in Ranked. Or at least Series. Swig has been so held back by its kits. I don't think Triple Splashdown is exactly what it wants. but it might be playable now. So, and triple splashdown, it's just a zone cheese weapon, like the ultimate zone cheese weapon now. Because not only does it just paint over zones like crazy, but triple splashdown is used to cheese zones. So, this thing's gonna be a wild weapon to play against, especially in ranked for zones. Oh man. Might be really annoying to fight, I'm not gonna lie, guys. It does struggle up close, so the triple splashdown's fine for it, yeah. It's just the get off me button. Which is something that Big Swig wants, so... I'm excited to play this thing. I do really like Big Swig, but I've never put much time into it because I've never really liked its kits. I get 4 stars on this one. I'm actually somewhat close. Alright, that's pretty cool. I don't think this one will be played in competitive much, though, unless someone's going for a stupid zones cheese strat or something, but maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe Wig is actually a crazy weapon. Wait, Rainmaker might be played in. Wait, hold on. Because it has tons of Rainmaker pop potential. It's got Torpedo for defense, and then Triple Splashdown for defense and offense. Might be an actual viable Rainmaker weapon. I don't know, though. Oh, yeah, that's really cool. 30 plus bomb on Swig is nuts. Yeah, the main weapon itself isn't bad. It's just been held back by its kits. Friggin' marker and back just do not work for it. And rain isn't even that great. And I guess splash volume, I like it. L3, here's this one. Splat Bomb and Inkjet. That's playable, probably. L3 is not a great weapon, but it's playable. I actually, so I don't have much practice with L3 in Splatoon 3, even though I have 4 stars on each of them. But I used to use it in Splatoon 2 as just an option in competitive, because I had to switch off of Octobrush for New Outdoor Hotel. So I practiced L3 and then I eventually got good enough to play it on other stages too sometimes, especially Turf War. Really happy this weapon got Inkjet. L3D was always really good. Probably, that was certainly the best one in 2. That was partially because of its Burst Bomb. But we'll have to see if it's any better than the L3D in this game because Ultra Stamp got buffed. It probably will be better. Inkjet's not as good on weapons in Splatoon 3 as it was in 2 also though, so we'll have to see. Splat Bomb probably isn't too bad for it though, so... Yeah, Stamp isn't that great on L3. It's playable though. I know this is ranked, but in Splatoon... This is ranked in Splatoon 2, but I got 2700 with the Kenza L3 and 2. It had Splash Ball. Surely this one's... that was 2 though. Ultra Stamp was a lot better. Man, I want it to be good. I'm coping right now. Hopefully it's playable. Splat Bomb seems okay for it. Not Torpedo, which is probably what people wanted the most, but... I'm definitely going to try out the new L3. Here it is. Octobrush. Auto Kraken Royale. I actually called this one last night. I was talking to some friends. Autobomb Kraken on Octobrush, dude. That's viable. That's an option. I'll have to see if I can get Kraken to work. It's the Splatoon 2 kit combined with the Splatoon 1 kit. Splatoon 1 had Kraken Squid Beacon. And Splatoon 2 had Inkjet Autobomb. Oh man, it's the Cometz Octobrush. It has a good name too, dude. I was worried it was gonna be Glitters. No offense to the Glitters weapons, they're cool. And the name isn't too bad, I just personally don't like it too much. Cometz though, I'll take that. Cometz Octobrush is kinda dope. What do I want out of this thing? What is it gonna be good on? Yeah, the models look so clean. I love the little lights that come out of the side of it. The three little like LEDs. So good. And then it's got the white underside of it, so it's the first multicolored Octobrush. How have we gone 3 games without a multicolored Octobrush? It's all just been the same color. And black and brown. Now we have white and black. Kraken's gonna be good on it. I don't know its uses as much though. This is gonna go wild in Rainmaker and maybe zones. It's gonna be a lot better for matchups. Is like 96. Oh, that's gonna be the big thing. Reason to use it. Both the other Octobrushes just straight out lose to weapons like 96 Deco. And stuff like 52 Gal even. Like anything with Splash Ball. Even the vanilla Octobrush is pretty bad against. And in my opinion, 96 Deco is just a flat out counter to both Octobrushes. Because it can kill Zip really easily. It can Splash Wall to keep itself alive. It can Kraken if you pressure it too much. And then just completely forget about this thing. If you're using Octobrush Nouveau, you can't do anything against 96 Deco when you're using Octo Nouveaux. You just have to pretend it doesn't even exist and just go the other way every time. You cannot engage this thing at all. Okay, maybe you can't go and engage it like 95% of the time. If you can 2v1 it with your, then you can do it. Do I think it'll be better than Zipcaster? I don't think so. I am a little biased towards the Zipcaster kit at this point. It's very good. I think it'll be way more consistent though, which is the big deal for it. That's gonna be the big thing with this new Octobrush, because both other Octobrushes can die very easily. That's why you play so far back with the vanilla Octobrush, because like with V Octobrush, my main kit is this, which to me doesn't look like an Octobrush kit. You're playing slower. You're playing for your bombs. You're playing to try to get Zipcaster as much as you can. But that's because this thing doesn't have enough movement to keep it alive against most of the weapons in the game, unless it can pop its Zipcaster to pressure. So really how you play it is that you play for your bombs, and you play a little bit for skirmishing and distraction, and once you pop Zipcasters, then you go in. What Cometz Octobrush does, the new Octobrush, it allows you to go in quicker, it allows you to have more ink with the Autobomb and be able to play it more aggressive, and it'll let you stay alive for much longer because you get Kraken. Oh, the gear. Sorry, my bad, forgot about the Twitter screen. That's the gear. See him on this. So, like... this kit will work. I just don't know if it'll be better. Yeah, pretty much all the Octobrush and Inkbrush players want Kraken. other than me to an extent, but that's just because I have a bias against it because of how it's hurt me with Crack on Splat Roller. Hey, before any of you called me out for unfairly criticizing Kraken, I actually have competitive experience with Crack on Splat Roller, and I've won games against teams like Moonlight and Jackpot with. So like, I actually know how to play the freaking thing. It just sucks. It'll probably be fine. It'll definitely be good for ranked. For competitive, it'll probably be playable on Octobrush because you can use it to stay alive. I'm just worried because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to work because Kraken's not amazing. But it is probably one of the better specials for Octobrush. I don't know what else I'd prefer it to have other than maybe like Crab, Ultra Stamp, and Inkjet. Zuka would have been okay. Bubble would have been fine, I guess. It would have been worse. I don't know what would have been better. Man, I do like it. I do like it. I'm just worried. I can definitely get this thing to work though. It's gotta work, man. Autobomb's good on it. It's not a bad sub, which is what it really needed. Octobrush has always been like Nintendo's always been good at giving Octobrush good sub weapons. So like putting Autobomb on the thing again is perfectly fine. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, we'll have to see about points per special tonight. It'll probably be on the lower end, though. I think at most it'll be 200p, which is fine. Hopefully 190p, though, because that's what the Zipcaster one's at, and that one's already probably better overall, so... Yeah, the patch notes are dropping tonight. I think at 9 EST, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna try to be streaming at 10, because I gotta work tonight from 5 to 9. So I'll probably get back and get a shower. Then probably start streaming around 10. The notes are already out? Wait, really? Oh, in Japan the notes are out. Oh, dang. I didn't know they posted those. I've been looking at Twitter for a little bit just because I've been looking at this stuff. Yeah, hopefully this Cometz Octobrush will be under 200p. If it's 190p, it'll be really good. Straight up. It might be a Ninja Squid Octobrush though. I'm not sure. It might actually. It'll be definitely be the best Ninja Squid brush. I'll probably still use it without, but who knows? They hard nerfed S-Blast? No. Not S-Blast, dude. This thing was finally playable. Yeah, you can definitely run swim speed on it. On this Octobrush. I just don't know what you're gonna go into other than swim speed, because this is all the swim speed Octobrush really needs that I have on mine. My gear right here. I have the yeah. So special power up, does that help for Kraken? Oh yeah, it extends the duration. I don't know how helpful that is though. I never got to use it on my Crack on Splat Roller just because with Crack on Splat Roller you have to go all in on swim speed and special charge up. That's the weapon kit for Crack on Roller. It's kind of sad. 3+ more frames and 11% more ink. Wait, for S-Blast? There's no way they gave it more frames on S-Blast. That hurts it so much. No, dude. That was my favorite midline weapon. I haven't even have my weapon kit right here. Oh well. Why sub power up on my Octobrush? It's so you can throw bombs easier. It combines with the ink recovery up, so you can pressure longer distances with your suction bombs. And because you'll be playing for Zipcaster more often, you'll want to be playing farther away from your opponent. This also plays into the skirmisher style because then you can take longer areas around your opponent, so it makes it harder to get to you after you're done throwing bombs. Um, I didn't make this part of the kit. The player that put sub power up and special power up, not special power up, sub power up and ink recovery up on their Octobrush kit is a Japanese player. I believe they're Sakai. I could be wrong. They got 3,800 with a Ninja Squid Octobrush kit in JP ranked with sub power, the 2 subs of sub power up, 2 subs of ink resistance up, not ink resistance. I keep saying the wrong thing. 2 subs of sub power up, subs of ink recovery up. And this is my version of his weapon kit, but with swim speed instead of Ninja Squid, because I prefer the swim speed comeback variants or playstyle for Octobrush. So I made this weapon build, but highly recommend looking into his build or his stuff. Kraken will be good though. Kraken will be good for Cometz Octobrush. I'm satisfied with the kit. I'm happy about it. It's got it's got what it needs. It's got the tools it needs. Autobomb's always been great for the thing. It'll let it throw a whole bunch of them. Kraken's gonna be good. It's just gonna be a generalist Octobrush. It's gonna be the generalist one. It'll be good against. The main thing will be good against more matchups than the vanilla Octobrush is. The vanilla Octobrush is gonna be better against like anchors though. Like if you want to deal with a pencil, it's gonna be you're gonna pick vanilla Octobrush, which is why one of the major reasons why I think this one will be built better, because it'll provide a little more pressure against the anchors. But if you want to play for anything else, really, it'll be a Cometz Octobrush. Oh yeah, I guess S-Blast didn't have much downtime. True. Oh well. Japan probably wasn't super happy about it. It's fine, I guess. It probably won't be too awful now. It's still one shot and stuff, so. No reason to pick V-Octo over V-Stamper? There is. There just isn't much. At least for me there is, because I put so much time into Octobrush and not as much with Stamper. I guess. In the last tournament I played, I used a mix of them. Or the last tournament I practiced for, the Nintendo Turf War Championship, or whatever, the Nintendo tournament held back in December 2024. I used a mix of Octobrush and Stamper in that tournament. We got top 4. Should have gotten top 2 at least, but some bullcrap happened in that tournament that prevented it. Special power worth of running Octobrush. It's okay. You can run it if you want. Like, if you're willing to sacrifice other abilities for it. But I personally don't run it. I think just having ink recovery up is good enough. I don't know if that helps with zip, but if you want to play more for like the duration of your zip with distracting, that's definitely good enough. But I go in a lot more aggressive with. The thing with Stamper versus Vanilla Octobrush is that Vanilla Octobrush fulfills the skirmisher role a lot better. And its Zipcaster is you can charge the Zipcaster significantly faster now that it's 190p. You get a lot more zips with it. It's definitely not better than Stamper, but it has its use cases. At least for me. Stamper's definitely, don't get me wrong, Stamper's definitely better than it. Stamper's better than pretty much every other Zipcaster weapon, other than maybe Swiffer. If people become, if you hit every single one of your shots on new Swiffer, it's definitely better than Stamper. But that's not going to happen. So. Yeah, a lot of people do use special power for extra time. It's definitely good for if you're still learning Zip and like want more time on it. It's just sometimes for me, I have it like so like the main reason why I don't use it is I have like a timing down in my mind how long Zipcaster lasts normally, or when I'm using Octobrush and stuff. And I know that changes depending on how much you paint it and whatever. But it sometimes screws me over if it lasts for longer. And I can't recall as fast as I want to. That especially hurts me if I'm trying to use like LDE or something. I'm like, what is going on? Why am I not recalling? I just die. Yeah, that is probably the big difference. Octobrush needs zip to get in, but Stamper doesn't. And it can pressure stuff like backlines a lot better, Stamper. But Octobrush just it applies pressure in different ways. So I don't know. Even if it is just a straight downgrade, which I don't necessarily think it is, it still isn't the worst. It still isn't a bad option. Yeah, sub power up gives extra throw range, so you're able to throw your suction bombs farther away, stay farther away from your opponents to get your zip casters, and then when you want to skirmish and stuff, you can go in. Oftentimes when I start approaching, you'll see me doing things like this, where I'm just moving around constantly, throwing bombs, and the extra throw range helps out with that. And then like if I'm waiting to go in, I can throw a bomb and then go around like the side, then I can go in. It just helps the pressure. And then it also lets me move through the enemy ink. So this is kind of what I'm talking about with, not a game of course, but... Alright, I guess I'll move on to the next weapons. There's still a few left, I'm pretty sure. Splat Bomb for Octobrush would have been really cool. I never got to use it much in Splatoon 1. I'm honestly surprised they didn't bring it back for this weapon. Just because this is now the same 3 sub-weapons that Octobrush also had in Splatoon. Which I don't know how much I like. And Splat Bomb or Torpedo would have been awesome on this thing. But it's fine. It'll, you know, having the same 3 sub-weapons when they're all 3 good sub-weapons anyways is perfectly fine. The Octobrush talk took a while. That was... I mean, that's kind of what I was expecting, more or less. That's kind of my weapon. So, I kind of wanted... But kind of mostly this stream is just so I could talk about Octobrush and maybe Carbon Roller a little bit later. Because I like the Carbon Roller. Oh, and Paintbrush. Wiper. I don't know how to feel about that Paintbrush though, dude. Anyways. We got Tri-Stringer here with Angle Shooter and Inkjet. Is that any good for this thing? An aggressive Tri-Stringer? I really don't know. It'll be more fun than the other 2 kits. This is the kit I'm going to be using personally. I don't particularly like either of these other 2 kits. It might be okay though. Inkjet's solid for it. That's good. I don't really know where this weapon wants to play. I guess it'll play kind of like a ballpoint then, right? With its Inkjet, like kind of like how ballpoint wants to play with Inkjet. That could kind of work. It might be a little less aggressive than the ballpoint, but... Yeah, Angle Shooter does kind of make sense for it. It's just that Angle Shooter isn't a great sub. But it'll help with, like, you can mark people with Angle Shooter. and it'll give it some extra range in a way to pressure people sometimes. That might be okay. This is one that I'll have to wait and see how people play it, because I don't know how to feel about this one. It could be okay. It could be a good enough weapon kit. I think it'll definitely be good on, like, if you want to play Tri-Stringer with aggressive comps, or like a weapon comp that needs a way how to get in. Because Inkjet will give a way how to get in to initiate a fight. But that's the main use case I could see for it right now. It at least isn't like a zone painter like the Inkline is. I really am not a big fan of the Inkline. Although I kind of like how it looks. The angle shooter might be used as like a follow-up option. Finish players off. So we'll have to see. Kinda like how it looks too. Got the same like LEDs that Octobrush has on the top right of it. I don't think you guys can see. Alright, next one is Dynamo Roller, and this is the one I've already seen. It's got Point Sensor and Killer Whale. I think that's okay. It essentially has the Paintbrush Nouveau kit, where Paintbrush Nouveau has Missile Point Sensor. Would have been better if I just... This would have been better the whole time if I just had it, like... I know for next time now, I guess. I'm personally okay with Dynamo getting a mediocre kit. I don't think this one's like that amazing. It is kind of scary though, because it can locate you now. Like I can't... Don't know how to feel about this one. Hey, it's gonna have a bad matchup against Cometz Octobrush, so look who won now. Octobrush got the win. I have a counter to Dynamo now, thank gosh. Oh yeah, true. If it traps you in paint, because Dynamo's damage is so inconsistent. So the damage inconsistency won't matter as much with the whale, theoretically. I don't see it being used over the tacticaler option though. Unless you really want like an aggressive Dynamo. I mean, like it'll be playable in ranks, especially on like Mako Mart and Humpback Pump Track. It's just Cooler Sprinkler is so good on this thing, and Sprinkler gives it a movement option, which is really crucial. Point Sensor and Killer Whale, like I want to say it's more aggressive, but Point Sensor doesn't give it any way to move around. So it might actually be not as fast as the vanilla kit. So I don't know how to feel about this. It's fine though. I'm not a huge fan of Dynamo personally. Hopefully people do. Hopefully those aren't good. Oh, is that all of them? One. Oh yeah, that was all of them. I saw the Dynamo one initially like 3 minutes after it was posted, so I figured there'd be another one, but that's all of them. Dang, well that was all of the Emberz kits. Yeah, Dynamo doesn't... That's true, it hits a lot of various point sensor would be anyways. I could see it though for more of like a supportive way though. Like this is like almost a more aggressive Dynamo, but it really is more supportive because of the point sensor. We're just as supportive as the other kits. Which is like Sprinkler Cooler and Flat Bomb Chump. The Chump one I think is actually more aggressive than in a weird way. Because you can use chumps and then push them with the chumps. Then they give you more paint to move around in, because Dynamo really needs... I don't know. Not too bad of an option, though. I'm pretty satisfied with these kits, though. The Emberz kits. Definitely going to get a lot of use out of Octobrush. L3 might be pretty good. Like, it might be playable in ranked. Or series, at least. Big Swig is playable now, which I'm really excited about. I'll drop a like. Dualies is going to be interesting to play against. I don't use dualies much anymore. Personally, I used to play them a little bit into fun. But these things are going to be... They're going to be viable at the very minimum. So those are going to be really scary. Stamper is going to be really good. This weapon is actually busted. I don't see why they gave it 3 of the best kits in the game, but sure, go for it. I guess my team might get value out of Squelchies if Drift uses them. I don't know. This weapon, like I personally, Octobrush is one of the best combos with Splatter Color Screen. So we could go like Cometz Octobrush, Splatter Color Screen, the hoofs, like the Cometz Octobrush hooves, Dually Squelchers. I might just call them the zebras. I guess this is HDS now. Dang. Anyways. And then we could play like Pencil or Zap and like, or Charger and like a, either like a midline op, like a Flatter Shot Pro or a, what is it? Flatter Shot or something. The Squelcher weapon skin is really cool. I like what they did with it. It is a little strange with the like almost zebra pattern on it, but yeah, I like ZDS too. I think ZDS sounds pretty cool. Because it's also kind of like the CDS. It almost sounds like that. But technically they're the HDS, so I don't know. Dread might see use, who knows. We'll all see how people like this one. 96 might see use. 96 will probably see at least a little bit of experimentation. So, because Cooler, you might be able to build comps around this thing. Especially if it's a low points per special. Aerospray is going to be fun. I love Burst Bomb Aerospray. That'll be really fun. Is Blaster the worst one, unfortunately? For the Emberz collection? I guess Hydra might be worse than it. Undercover, I don't think is the worst one. Blaster's just... Wait, is Blaster Crab? Did it get Crab? It's probably better than... It is Crab. It's probably not the worst one, then. It just needs a movement option, dude. Why won't they give this weapon a movement option? Oh well. Your Dread one trick and being an uptick? That's good. That's good. Dread seems like a fun weapon to play with and against, so hopefully it's a little viable at least. And then Splatter Shot seems pretty fun. Well, I'm not going to be using it much because the Kraken weapon I'll be using is Octobrush. I guess for a little bit I'll talk about the Barzushi collection, which I got to see last night, so I'd already know all these variants. But I haven't talked about them yet on stream or anything. I'll probably just go over these briefly, but I'll talk about them more later tonight. Because I need to... Honestly, today I need to get some schoolwork done too. Normally I'm doing schoolwork right now. So... I can start at Wiper, yeah. Wiper is one of my most used weapons, actually. It's my second most used weapon in Splatoon. It seems good. I think it'll be good. I don't have much practice with Zuka personally, because I've never had a weapon with Zuka that I play. Where's Zuka weapons? The Zuka weapon that I use the most is Splatter Shot. And I don't even use Splatter Shot like a crazy amount. Like, I have a decent amount of time on it, but I've never used it much in competitive or anything. Curling will be okay on it. I think it's giving it a movement option is good. What this Viper is going to be wanting to play into is it's going to want to be playing heavy into its movement. It's going to be a really heavy skirmisher's play style. It's not going to be a Slayer like the Vanilla Kit. What you're going to want to do, or like, it's not going to be a primary Slayer like Vanilla Kit. It's still going to play into the Slayer role, but it's primarily just going to be poking people the whole time and running around the map. It's going to be like, it's going to be the closest thing to a rat that a Viper can get to. And then once you get your Zuka, you can pop it and then pressure the enemies from far away. But that movement is going to help it out a lot. I think you're going to want to run a little bit of swim speed on this thing, maybe some quick respawn. Bell jump is always great on Viper. I think it'll be definitely good. I don't know how great it's going to be because Viper does have some weaker matchups. And this one doesn't necessarily... Like, on paper, this Viper does not help it against its difficult matchups. Stuff like Splatlings and whatever. I mean, Zuka a little bit. But, like, it struggles with Splatlings, struggles with Shooters a little bit. Struggles with, like 96 especially and whatever. But what this Viper does is that it lets you pick your fights really easily. So, like, if any of you have ever seen me play, like, Octobrush Nouveau, or something like that, or, like, Inkbrush, even, this one thing is essentially going to be able to play like an Inkbrush, almost. Like, not quite as heavy as Inkbrush with skirmishing, but this thing will be able to pick its fights very easily. So, if you see someone that you don't want to fight, you can easily run away and then just try to fight someone else. I'm really excited to use it. It seems like I think it's a really good choice for Viper, at least to give it a unique playstyle compared to the other two, and it's going to be at minimum playable in ranked. I want to say it'll see competitive use, but Viper's a little weak right now, especially compared to Stamper and Decav. So I don't know if it will see competitive use, but it might. It very well might see competitive use. It's also might be the most consistent Viper out of all three of them. Like, it'll be able to stay alive for the longest. It'll have the most consistent special. It'll have the most consistent sub-weapon. It seems good. I want to believe. I really hope this thing is good. This is definitely gonna be the one of the weapons I'm going to be personally playing and trying to get to work. I can't guarantee that it will be good, though. It might still be worse than Stamper and Decav, but it might be better than Viper. Update drops at 9 AP. I do not know exactly what time the update drops. I'm pretty sure it's 9 PM EST, Eastern Time. But it might not be then. It's sometime this evening, though, for me. So either like, what is it? Like 8, 9, or 10 or something around that time. I'll personally be hoping to stream around 10 tonight. That's what I'm hoping to do. So I can actually play some of these new weapons. Get a fun stream going. You try out Urchin Underpass? I think that's going to be a thing, right? I think Urchin Underpass is going to be in the game tonight. I'm not 100% certain. Phone. I don't know exactly when it's going to be, but they say anything about it here? No. 12th. Oh yeah, Yoshi. I think it comes out at the same time as the other updates. So it probably will be then. Oh yeah. Hopefully yeah, school tomorrow unfortunately takes priority, you know. Might be able to get a little bit playtime in, I don't know. Alright, so I guess I'll go through some of these weapons. Flash-O-Matic seems pretty bad. Uh, I don't like this one. I like how it looks. I think its name is really cool, and it looks awesome. But, uh... this kit just isn't it. They didn't give it Zipcaster. Did we not get a single new zip weapon? Wait, did we not get any new Zipcaster weapons? Hold up. Chump, Whale, Duka, Duka, Missile, Crab. Get any new zips? That's a little disappointing, honestly. Wait, what other specials did we not get then? Did we get an Ultra Stamp? We got Bubble, we got Zuka, we got Missiles. I forget if we got Storm. We didn't get Breaker. We didn't get any Breakers. We didn't get Vac. No Slider. We did get a Tri-Strike with H3. And we got at least one new one of all the new specials. The 4 new ones. Dang, no zip weapons, man. No zip, no vac, and I don't think we got an Ultra Stamp. I thought that Jet Sculpture was Ultra Stamp initially, but it's actually triple splashdown. That's fine, I guess. None of those specials are necessarily good. Zipcaster is pretty good, but it's very main weapon dependent, so it would have to get a good main weapon to be any good. My main problem with Zip, it's very main weapon dependent. But it's pretty good overall. It works on, like, it's really good on Stamper. It's okay on Bucket. And it's decent on Carbon and Octobrush. And even though I don't play Loon, I've seen people in Ranked actually go crazy with it. Especially after the recent buff, which happened like half a year ago, but still. Thanks, Yoshi, but I'm probably fine with just this. I got all the weapons in front of me still. You okay? I know Nintendo failed 3 times to get Splash-O-Matic Zipcaster. And it was right there. They didn't even we didn't have a Zipcaster weapon this patch. Yeah, we got a lot of crabs and whales and zookas. We got 2 zookas, at least. We got... Actually, the spot might, or the post might be good. I don't know. I don't have the stats in front. Yeah, I guess that would have been nice for the stats, but it's fine. Maybe we'll get another update. I know that's coping more, but if we get another update with all the rest of the weapons that haven't gotten third kits, that'd be awesome. Then we could actually get some more zip casters. Oh, that means if I look at the weapons that haven't gotten another kit, that means one of them will probably have zip in the future. Ooh, imagine Squeezer with zip. Scary. I don't know. Maybe that'll help with its lack of range nowadays. Yeah, you don't gotta use Slider on Dread anymore if you don't want. It's got a good enough kit to use elsewhere. Well, there's a decent amount of people that like using Zip. It's just... Zipcaster's only on, like, a few good weapons with it. But yeah, not too many people like Slider, Back, or Breaker. Like, Zip is the clip. Like, if you want to get, like, a cool video clip, you'd use the Boyfriend and go crazy with it. But... Luna is honestly pretty good nowadays. And Luna Blaster Neo got, like, super buffed, because the main weapon got buffed, and the special weapon got buffed. But I think the main reason why Luna never sees play is it's just no one's, like, put enough time into it. Like, I think if you wanted to get this weapon to work, you could in competitive. It's just you need to have someone put a bunch of time into it to actually get good with it. And people haven't had enough time to actually do that yet, because it was only buffed, like, a couple patches ago. So... Yeah, Zipcaster's really difficult. A lot of people do... In my opinion, Zip... I know I'm biased. Zip is, I think, is the hardest special weapon in the whole game. Because not only are you trying to use Zip, you're trying to use the main weapon as well. So, like, probably easier on Luna Blaster. But if you're trying to use this thing with Squiffer, good luck. This thing is ridiculously difficult. Same as Slosher, Stamper, and Tetra. All of these are stupid difficult. Tetras are mainly difficult just because they have Sprinkler. If they had different sub, they wouldn't be as difficult. Carbon is also really difficult because it doesn't have as many options to move around as the other ones. Though it is better than most of them, in my opinion. I am biased, though. I have a lot of play time on this. But the thing about Zipcaster, that is, it's still fun, in my opinion. Even though it's really difficult, and I know I'm biased because I've used Zipcaster more than any other special weapon in this. Darn it, it's fun. Even if it's not, like, the most, like, competitively viable thing, it is really good on Stamper specifically, and Octobrush you can make it work. But, I don't know. I'm just biased. I get what you're saying, though. It is very difficult to use, and it turns people away from you compared to other special weapons like Zuka. Zuka's still not easy to use, but it is easier than Zipcaster. Or like Crab, it's difficult, but not as difficult as Zip. So, it's also not on very many popular weapons, in my opinion. Like, if... This might be... I don't know if this is a hot take, but if Zipcaster was on something like Splattershot, people would be using it like crazy, in my opinion. Like, maybe not crazy, but there'd be a lot more Zipcaster use. Or if it was on something like, I don't know, like even Splattershot Pro, or like, Weezer. Or like Splash-O-Matic. If Zipcaster was on Splash-O-Matic, you'd see a whole lot more. Partially, maybe just because it'd be a more difficult, or like an easier weapon. There's about 34 weapons yet to have a hit. Okay. They could totally do like another update with 34 new weapons. That'd be pretty cool. Because and one of those E-leaders was E-leader and E-leader scope. I don't know. Scoping. I don't know about that endurance. Maybe. The problem is it's competing against where is it? Charger. And Splattershot Pro. And Rapid Pro Winter. Those and Lux. This first set, the Barzushi, has some crazy weapon kit. I could see Splattershot being useful though. I personally am not a huge fan of Kraken, but it's definitely good. Yeah, so I guess I'll talk about the sniper a little bit. The new sub is Sprinkler, and then the special is Crab Tank. Which Charger is a little weaker right now because it's not a sniper rider. But holy crap, this is exactly what the weapon wants. Charger has two of the best kits. Like, two of its kits are like exactly what it wants. D plus F isn't crazy. And now Camo is also crazy. So we'll see if this thing gets much value. It's gonna be good. Used a little bit, at least. My old teammate Bandit will probably get a crazy amount of value out of this thing. Plays the game again. We can get him off Valorant. But will it be used consistently enough to be like a main backline? I'm not sure. Pencil's just still really good. So we'll have to see. And then it does also struggle into E-leader some. So is Pencil still better and more used in comp? I believe so. I haven't been keeping track of comp too much, but its last nerf wasn't enough to take it out of the meta. And yeah, Pen is competition now, I guess. That's a good way how to put it. It's like, you get Snipe Rider, which is pretty good. And then you get, but then you also have the option of Heavy Edit Splatling. So, and then also N-Zap sometimes, even though it's still not as good as the other ones. And now you're going to have the option of Rapid Pro Winter. This thing is almost no matter what going to be crazy. Unless they give it like 220p special, points per special, this thing's going to be good. I don't know if it's going to be like used a crazy amount because Rapid Pro is, to my knowledge, is somewhat difficult to put into weapon comps. And you have to put a lot of time in the weapon to make it good. But in the hands of the right player, this thing is going to be absolutely wild. And it's going to be a good cooler option. And especially when you... Dude, imagine Rapid Pro Winter with the new Dread Ringer. And then you put in like a blaster and a gun. So then you have like... Or even just a Splatana. Dude, imagine... Okay, the new Wiper, new Dread Ringer, new Rapid Pro, and then you put in just some miscellaneous gun like the new Splattershot. That is a new... That is 4 new weapons that can make a weapon comp together. That's how many weapons we're getting right now. And that would be a viable weapon comp. It would have Crab, it have Cooler, it have Kraken, and then it would have, what was the other one I'd talk about? It'd have Zuka from the Wiper. That would be a good comp. And I guess it wouldn't have a lethal bomb. That would be its main weakness. But like, someone theorized the new New Rapid, new Dread, Stamper, and Bucket. That would be nuts, yeah. It'd be a little low on paint, but Dread might make up for that. I'm not sure. Dread does paint a lot. I might be underestimating how much Dread actually paints. But that would be kind of wild. But yeah, this thing is going to be crazy. I'm a little scared about it, honestly. It's not gonna, I don't think it'll be the most busted thing in ranked. But in competitive, some players are going to absolutely dominate games with this. And the weapon comps built around it are going to be completely unique to play against. Yeah, Wiper can paint good when it wants to. It can help. The new Wiper especially is going to be painting more than the other two. Well, then at least the vanilla one. Wiper Deco paints a decent amount, but it doesn't paint... It paints farther back more than up front, so... That's a different subject, though. Greg can paint upwards of 2k plus. Yeah, but it really matters how important that paint is. Like, is the paint that it outputs enough that in enough important areas to be good enough to help three other weapons that don't paint very well. I guess I'm saying is I'm not very good at understanding how paint works in this game to the point of I guess I need to know where the weapon's painting in order to know if it's good or not. Because like Junior and Aerospray can output a crazy amount of paint, but it still wouldn't be good enough to help those three weapons just because they're not painting in the right spots for them. But Dread can also help them fight, unlike the Junior and Aerospray. So I don't know. I don't know. That might play into it also. Yeah, it's consistent 90 and 45s damage, which is nuts. Where's the Dread? Dread's all the way up here. Or is it all the way down? Went too far down. I think I missed it. Here it is. Yeah, curling, grab. Yeah, that'll work pretty much. So. Oh man, this is so crazy. I can't believe we're getting this many hits. I can't believe you can make team comps around these kits we're getting in one update. That's gonna be so cool. Jet Squelcher, kind of mixed. I'm gonna enjoy playing it personally because I like Jet Squelcher to an extent when it's played more aggressively. So like having Burst Bomb and Triple Splashdown would be pretty fun. Kind of wish you got Ultra Stamp just because that would have been really fun, and the the Twitter Japanese translation kind of baited me and said Ultra Stamp, but it's actually Triple Splashdown, so that's fine. It's fine. I'll survive with Triple Splashdown. That's cool. Mini Splatling. Don't know how to feel about this one. This is the other Zuka option. This is the third Zuka kit of this. Why did this get Zuka? Wait, there's 3 Zuka kits. They could have given this something else. Wait. It could have gotten, could have given it missiles again. Could have given it cooler. Aw, man, now I'm sad. Why do they really want to give this thing Trizuka? You have 3 Zuka kits and more. If this thing had cooler or missiles, I'd be way more happy about having Squid Beacon. But because it has Zuka, it's going to be forced to play like more as like a... Like to play into like trying to pressure people? Yeah, I don't know. That's really strange. I'm personally kind of happy with the mini Splatling kit. I don't think it's that bad. It'll be usable in like series and maybe X rank a bit. I like squid beacons a lot personally. It'll be fun to use. I just don't see this thing getting much value in competitive because it doesn't fill a role that it like the role that it needs to fill is something like missiles, tri-strike, or like tactical or would fill. And it already has the aggressive kit being the vanilla mini Splatling with burst bomb, ultra stamp. I don't know. We'll have to see what people get out of it. Hopefully it'll be pretty decent. Who knows though. H3 got a good kit. Holy crap. H3 is playable. I cannot tell you if it will be good. H3 is a little weak still with its main weapon. But Suction and Triple Ink Strike are great. I love it. This weapon might be playable. Might not be good, but you can use it now if you want. So, it's pretty much the kit that H3 wanted, as to my knowledge. So hopefully it ends up being at least fun to use. Reflux. Torpedo and Booyah Bomb is ridiculous on this. This is going to skyrocket in usage rate. This is probably going to be one of the weapons I'm going to experiment with some, though I don't have much practice on Reflux. I'm just so interested to see what this thing is going to do with a pretty decent kit. Reflux has been held back from its other two weapon kits, at least in ranked modes, for a while now. And now that it's actually, it has like it has a torpedo now, so it can actually like pressure people and stuff. Booyah Bomb's always pretty good on weapons. So like, we'll have to see what this Lux can do. It'll be interesting. I'm really happy it's getting a pretty good kit. So hopefully we can see some players really get a lot of use out of this thing. Tenebrella. I don't like this one that much. I'm gonna be honest. It's I feel like it's a zones niche or a rainmaker niche, and that's about it. I really don't have much to say about it. It's just weaker than its other variants. It doesn't have the like. I don't even know if it's as good as the VAC. Umbrellas. Because like VAC sucks. Like it's not that great, pun intended. But it gets the. It's like this is like a more like this one plays more into like the supportive side of tent, and then the other one, the Ink Mine and Trizuka, plays more into the like the aggressive side of tent, and this one works really well for it. Chumps might be okay because it gives it more paint. We're really just going to have to see what Tenebrella players can do with this thing. I do not see it being amazing, though. I could maybe see it in zones on some stages, like on Hagglefish or Museum. And then you play it with, like, even, like, Roller or, like, the new dualies. The Splat dualies, but I really just don't know. What else do we have here? We got Splattershot Pro. This one has Splat Bomb and missiles, which is ridiculous on Pro. Especially now that Squeezer got nerfed, Pro's been seeing a lot more use recently. And this is just another good kit for it. The other two kits already are pretty okay. Really, this one's just okay because it has Crab Tank at 180p. But having Splat Bomb's always been good with Pro. Had in Splatoon 2. Pretty sure it had it in 1, but don't quote me on that. But 2 it was always really good because on the Kenza Pro. Back on it again, and missiles are just a good special in general. You're gonna be able to pressure people to move, and it's gonna be a good weapon overall. Happy what they did with this Pro. I like the little, like, almost like a flame on the side of it too. That looks kind of cool. Might be like coral or something, but it kind of looks like a flame. So, I kind of like how it looks. Wiper, I already talked about a little bit. Very fun weapon, though. I'm really excited to be using it. It might be... if it does release tonight, I'm pretty sure it does release tonight, but I could be wrong. If it does release tonight, I'll probably be using this one and Octobrush a little bit on stream. So, probably primarily the new Octobrush, the Cometz Octobrush. But I'm definitely going to want to be trying out the rusty Platana Wiper. So, that one's going to be really exciting. Ashen Tri-Slosher. Don't know how to feel about this one. Might be okay. Splat Bomb's pretty good on it. Screen is probably okay on it. It'll have some good use cases on like Flounder Heights. And what is it? Humpback Pump Track. If they give it a lower points per special than the cooler option, I could see it being used as like a more supportive Tri-Slosher. But without the ridiculous points per special cost. So like if you already have a cooler weapon you're trying to play it with, then you can use the Ashen Tri-Slosher. If you want to use a Tri-Slosher. But other than that, I don't see it having like a crazy amount of use cases, but it will be, I think it will be viable on at least a few maps, which is kind of cool. KO said screen's good on it because 1 hit plus screen plus 1 slosh is cool. 1 hit KO. I could see that. It will combo with screen. Problem is actually getting people to get hit from the screen, but it will provide a lot of pressure through it. It'll make people move away theoretically, which might be good enough. So, yeah, it'll be cool to see what KO is or Kyo. I always pronounce his name correctly because I always assume there's pronunciation to it. It'll be cool to see what Kyo can do with the thing and what other Tri-Slosher players can get away with this. So yeah. Paintbrush burns. I'm conflicted on this one. Paintbrush has been one of the weapons I've been using a lot recently, but it's mainly just because it plays like Octobrush Nouveau from Splatoon 2. I really like the Nouveau kit on this thing. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game right now. That being said, I don't like the vanilla, and I don't think this one's that much better. It might be okay, though. I don't think Splash Wall is as bad as what people think it will be. And Zuka can help it pressure with enemies from far away. The main thing with Splash Wall, though, is it's just going to be playing... it's going to be very ink-hungry. And it's not going to have a way to pressure without the main weapon still, which is really unfortunate. It's also not going to have another movement option, which is going to hurt it compared to the vanilla variants. So I really don't know how this one's going to be played. It's definitely going to be a different playstyle, but might just be a directly worse playstyle than the other two. Because the other one has a movement option, and the other one doesn't necessarily need a movement option. So we'll see how this third one can, if this third one can hold up compared to the other two. I don't think it'll be that great though, but I'm definitely going to try to experiment with it some. Dapples! I don't know what Dapples needs. They've always had bad kits. Apparently, Dapple Nouveaux in this game aren't that bad. If you can use them correctly. I don't know what Dapples needs. I think the weapon looks sick. I really like how it looks. And I really like the name, kind of like... I think it's a reference to Nocturnal. Dapple is Nocti. And it's got the headlights on it so they can see in the dark. I think that's a dope theme. I really like it. I don't know what to think of this weapon, though. I'm going to have to wait to see what other people can do with it. On paper, I don't think it seems that bad. Killer Whale and Splat Bomb. Killer Whale can help locate enemies and make them move so the Dapples can rush them. Splat Bombs can provide pressure until it's ready to use Killer Whale, I guess. Or even just pressure in general. But I don't really know if that's what it wants. So I guess we'll have to see. I'll talk about this one first. Flash-O-Matic, Gecko. Also really like the theme for this one. I really like the name Gecko. Not a great kit though. Don't really like the kit. Toxic Mist and Inkstorm are kind of just not great on it. They don't synergize super well. It's another more supportive Splash-O-Matic, which I'm not a big fan of. Kind of wish they gave it Zipcaster, but it's fine. Alright, Carbon Roller is the last weapon I'm going to be talking about right now. Carbon Roller Angle, also a cool name, has Fizzy and Chomp. This weapon is weird. I don't know how to feel about it yet. I kind of feel like the developers kind of just sat back and were like, what if we made it so that Carbon Roller can paint for itself? And see what happens. Because now Carbon can paint. It can, if it wants to push an area, it can throw a Fizzy or like chump it and then push it. It doesn't need its teammates to paint for it now in that area. I don't know if it's good enough though, but I'm definitely going to be experimenting it with some of it myself. I'm a big fan of Carbon Roller. I've put a lot of time into the vanilla Carbon, not as much into Deco, just because I don't like that kid as much. But vanilla is, I think, is so much fun. Definitely excited to try out the Carbon Roller Angle. I might try to do this on stream some tonight too, but I don't know if I will. I think the Wiper and the Octobrush are the higher priority for me. But I personally really like what they're trying to do with this kit. Definitely gives it a more unique playstyle compared to the other two, and it doesn't seem that bad. And Fizzy will even give it a way how to combo damage sometimes too. So that's pretty good. And it gives it a movement option. So it'll be interesting to see what it's like. I do like the kit. We're gonna have to wait to see if we can actually get it to work though. But I'm definitely gonna be experimenting with it some myself. So I'm pretty excited for it. Vanilla might still be better though. I don't know. I'm biased. I like vanilla more than Deco, but that's just me. But yeah, I think I covered all the weapons now. That I'm so excited, by the way. This update looks like a lot of fun. If we got a lot of really cool stuff happening. We got Urchin Underpass coming. It'll be added in the same update, I believe, as the new weapon kits. I'm gonna be really excited to play on this stage. It's gonna be like a completely new stage for me because back when I played Splatoon 1, I was casual only. And I didn't play nearly as much of it as the other two games. So it's gonna be a blast to play this thing. And it looks good too. Yeah, you're right. It does look good for Charger a little bit. But I think the stage actually looks really fun. It's very similar to how it used to be, it seems like. I have this wall over here. There's a few more defending sponges, but that really doesn't affect the gameplay too much. And some areas were made like wider or not as long. But it looks great, I think. We don't know the Clan Blitz layout yet. We're gonna have to see it. Rainmaker might be pain. You're right on that. I'm holding out hope for clams. It might be good. It might be bad, but it might be good. Who knows? Zones will at least be fun though. I'm a little worried about tower control myself, just because there will be a decent amount of verticality to it, possibly. But we'll have to see. Tower control might end up being one of its better modes. I'm really holding out hope for Clan Blitz though. It might be okay. I'm really hoping. Oh, and also this. I didn't talk about this at all, but I'm super happy about this. This just gives a reason to play other weapons, which is great. I think this is one of the best changes they ever made to this game. Adding like series powers to each weapon is something I've always wanted. I've never talked about it too much though, because I never thought they'd do it. Because I figured they'd do it for X rank, but they're doing it for series. So I think this is awesome. Because now this gives a reason to actually try different weapons and try to get good with them. And it makes it so that you're not playing against like players significantly worse than you or significantly better than you theoretically. They'll probably be somewhat around your skill range. Absolutely love that. I'm going to be playing some tonight probably with some weapons. Clams could be good if the basket and spawns are well thought out. Yeah. There is a chance for clams to be good on Urchin Underpass. But we'll have to see. Oh my gosh, it'll display the net best 9 weapons. I didn't even read this. That's so cool. Oh, and also, before the patch comes out, I wanted to do this on stream. Just for fun. Wait. I can squid roll on the floor. Let's go. I was kind of hope. Maybe I should try to do a scrimmage. I don't know. I won't have time at this point. I should have tried to do like a scrimmage within private battle. Because this would be so fun to mess around with. And try to get to actually work in a game. Like, Sploosh has got to be good with his, right? Or like Octobrush getting like a little bit more movement to get over there somewhere. I'm like being too slow. I don't know. That's such a funny glitch to me. I think it's so much fun. But you can't actually do it in just normal battles. So. Yeah, series power should have been there a lot sooner, but I'm happy they're doing it now. Hopefully it'll be a it'll stay in the games for the foreseeable future. Like it'll come back for Splatoon 4, hopefully. Once that releases. Hi, Tamazu fan. Hope you're doing well. Finishing up, talking about the weapon kits. I think that's it, more or less, though. I think I'm gonna have to stop streaming because I need to go get lunch. I need to start doing some schoolwork. And I'll be back, hopefully tonight, to try out some of these weapons. And get some practice on this new Cometz Octobrush. That is gonna be a lot of fun. This thing is going to be wild. Yeah, I'm sad about no zip this time around too. I'm really surprised there was no zipcaster weapons. They could have given it to L3, I guess. Arrow spray with zip would have been really funny. Glider shot they could have given it to. Jet squelcher maybe even? That would have been kind of weird though. Pro maybe? Wiper maybe? Dapple maybe? I don't know. It would have been really cool to and Splash-O-Matic of course could have gotten it. But I guess zip was not to be this time around. You're thinking H3 not Splash-O-Matic? Maybe. H3 got a good kit though, so I'm not super disappointed about it. It would help with its movement a lot. And even it would have damage combos with it. But Triple Strike is good on the thing though. Alright, well yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for the stream though, but thank you all for tuning in. It was really fun, you know, to talk about all these new weapons, and hopefully I'll be able to play some of them tonight. But yeah, I hope you all have a good day. Thank you all for watching, and Red Shell out.